Okay, so now it's been almost a week since BrigadeCon 2014. The dust has just started to settle. We've all started to come down off the massive amount of caffeinated beverages that were consumed over the weekend, and a large amount of money has been donated to a truly worthy cause. Not to mention the fact that we all had great fun playing the various games and enjoying the various panels that were going on there. So this is a quick-fire video response to Dr. Funlove TV's video, 5 Things I Learned at BrigadeCon 2014, where he throws the question open to the audience: what are 5 things that you learned at BrigadeCon 2014? So here's my 5 things. Number 1, make sure that my BrigadeCon 2015 supplies include more than energy drinks and Sprite, since forgetting to eat during most of the con didn't really seem to matter at the time, since I was buzzing on all of the caffeine that I'd consumed. However, I did brutally crash later on and wasn't able to do all-night that I'd originally planned. So I'd like to avoid that next year. Number 2 would be to definitely do more panels and get more involved. I really enjoyed the group discussion that I was involved in, and it was great to talk to directly and have a discussion with Mitchell Grubbs and Tim Kearney, 2 people I'd not talked to directly before. The communication planning between us beforehand and all arriving early to sort out our tech seemed to work great, and we're able to jump straight into the meat of the conversation and the panel with no real messing or problems. I did a few little bits and pieces to help out here and there with the organisation of BrigadeCon, but my overall involvement was fairly minimal. Next year, I'd love to get more involved and to help take some of the weight off the real heavy hitters who did an awful lot of the work behind the scenes, and you all know who you are. 3, I've learned that BrigadeCon seems to have encouraged more interaction between channels. So I suppose this leads on from the previous point. One of the great things to come out of it for me was an increased feeling of community and respect amongst members of the brigade. We were all there to have fun, and that's what we did. I'm trying to push this feeling of community and keep it going, starting with the increasing the number of quick-fire video responses like this one here that I'm doing, and also by hosting a few more hangouts where I invite other members of the brigade and the wider YouTube RPG community to join in and participate. I'm doing one via Google Plus Hangouts on November the 29th, asking the question, do RPG groups benefit from a well-defined leader? The panel features, in addition to myself, the following brigade members discussing the topic, and should be great fun: the Rogue GM, Jenny Green; How to Be a Better Games Master's GM Barker; John Skankenspitz McCoy Spitzer; and last but by no means least, Michael Foster. That should be great fun, and although I'm not getting any more people in for that one, I do hope, if that goes well, to be doing more in the future and rotate the people who are getting involved in it based on their schedule. So look out for that one. 4 would be to plan my time a bit better so I can actually run some games and play in some stuff. Now, due to how my schedule fell this year, I was very busy around the time of BrigadeCon, and although I managed to budget my time to do a panel, a raffle, and jump into a couple of last-minute hangouts, I didn't really feel that I had enough time to prepare for a game or play in one. And rather than let people down at the last minute, I decided not to run or play any games this year. Next year, however, since I've got more advance notice, I'm going to budget my time to run and play in as many games as possible. I'm hoping to be running some Jade Punk and maybe a couple of other games next year in 2015. My 5th and final point would be definitely do run a game almost straight after BrigadeCon. Now, initially, I was a little concerned about how I'd manage running my Numenera game almost straight after the con, but the players seemed to really enjoy the session. We were all still bouncing with the energy of BrigadeCon 2014, and I think that carried over into the game session. And for me, as a GM, being told that a player has almost been in tears a couple of times due to the emotional content of the session is about the highest praise I can think of. So that session went really well. My head was full of ideas and great stuff to do, and the players all seemed to be really up for it after the excitement of BrigadeCon 2014. So I think my worries were entirely unfounded, and I'm definitely hoping to be running something just after the con next year. So that's my 5 things that I've learnt. Roll on BrigadeCon 2015. If you've liked this video, I hope you'll click on like and leave any comments down below in the comments box, or as always, hit me up in the Google Plus links. I'd also appreciate it if you consider clicking and subscribing to my channel on the red dice up in the corner there. I hope to see you in the future, and until then, take care.